NBA on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's the opening round of the Peach Invitational. And hello again and welcome, Rich Lerner, alongside my pal Frank Nobilo. We are here in the wonderful state of Georgia, getting ready to kick off the round at Eastlake Golf Club.
And what a great course it is too, Rich. Normally a par 72 for the members, but seeing we're going to play off the pros tee today, the 5th and the 10th hole, which are normally par 5s, will be reduced to par 4s, so a very strict par of 70.
Let's take it down to the tee. Excited to call all the action today out on the course for you. On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. Settles in over the putt. So close.
And yet it still counts for another shot.
Just a couple of feet. Been a little too much of that, Frank. Just sort of ho-hum pars. Now at the second hole, first of a really tough set of par 3s, Frank.
This is where iron play comes straight away out of the gates, Rich. Good iron play is always rewarded on this par 3 downhill. It's a big enough green. Good iron players often will have a chance for birdie. A little sloppy off the tee here, and you'll rack up at least 4 in a heartbeat.
Frank, I think that went in. It's a what? It's a hole-in-one. He made an ace. That is unbelievable. On this short par 4, a fairway wood off the tee should lead players with a short iron to the green. The front of the green is guarded by 2 large bunkers that are especially difficult if the hole is cut on the right portion of the green. The green slopes from back to front and has several dominating ridges that make it very difficult to read. And now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Not a gimme, but well within his range. And with that birdie, moving into the top 5 on the leaderboard.
And we're starting to notice the name.
And we pick up action at the 4th. Couple of birdies already on the card. Still early, Frank, but we've seen some solid play.
This is exactly how you want to start the first round of a tournament, Rich. Well, a hard hole after that tee shot has now become an easy hole.
It's the great equalizer. When you can drive the golf ball, Frank, just like that, boy, it opens up so many avenues, and he'll have plenty to choose from here. It looks good. Chance to make a birdie. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. It's a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long. Looks like he just misread that. Getting set now over the putt.
Well, the 4th hole looks like it's going to claim another victim.
8-foot putt here. He can't believe it. Thought it was in. This would give him the double. That takes him to 1 under on the day. Back on the tee here at East Lake, it's the 5th hole. This is a muscular par 4, Frank, at better than 500 yards.
You just take 4 and walk to the next tee on any given day, Rich. Blind tee shots, really you have to hit a good one here. Otherwise, you're just sort of going to clock up at least a 5 straight away. Par 5 for the members, so it's a tough par 4 even for the pros.
Remember, this was converted from a par 5 to a long par 4. It's a tough second shot here at the 5th.
Oh, this is right at it.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. These putts keep the round together. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Clean this up with a tap. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Well, Frank, what do you think of the 6th hole here at East Lake?
It's beautiful. That's if you don't want to play it, that's for sure. It just sits out there. You can see why it's one of the signature holes at East Lake. It's tempting, it's punishing, but it's also rewarding relative to the field.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. And with the birdie, moves into the top 10 on the leaderboard.
And moves into some very good company.
Now at the 7th hole, Frank, what are we looking at?
A dog leg left, but really you have to hit that ball down the right side. The reason why, it's away from the bunkers, and it's a better angle to this elevated green.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
We just saw a player in total control of what he's doing. Didn't miss a green in regulation all day long. Starting to put it together right now, Frank.
Enjoying that trio at the top.
Now at the 8th, looking at 405 yards on this par 4. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Second shot coming out of the rough here. So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Trying to get a good mental picture here on the approach shot at the par 4 8th. Again, most important to just avoid those bunkers by the green. Well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Come on, you have to make that, don't you? Drop shot here at the 8th. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Now at -2 for the day. Now to the longest hole on the course and the first par 5. It's the 600-yard 9th hole. So the shot has landed. I'm not sure if it's on the mulch or in the mulch. Either way, it's in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, he doesn't have much of a shot you left.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This is a good-looking shot. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Frank, this birdie putt is from downtown.
Well, if you want to build a skyscraper, you've got to knock a few of these in.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Shouldn't be a problem here. Just keeping the leaders within sight, Frank.
Doing a good job, really. Leaders at the moment, they seem to be in a playing to a different level, but top 10, interesting over these next few holes. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there.
Huge with a capital H.
Moved it a long ways. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Well, that is a ball-striking clinic right there. Another dazzling approach shot. Pretty close. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. Thought he had it. Trying to get out of here without too many bumps and bruises. This one is for bogey.
Frank, this is just an embarrassing performance.
There's no crying in golf, Rich.
Moving on now to the 11th and another par 3. Frank, this one just under 200 yards.
Does play a little bit uphill, and really it's like a V-shaped green. Those two front bunkers really pitch the front of that green in. Hole actually gets a little easier the further the flag goes up the green. It's a little wider, and the chances of having an uphill putt increase.
That's how you play the game, right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. So close, just a tap in from there. Good stroke right there. That's a par and stays at 1 under. Now at the downhill par 4 12th and looking at only 391 yards. That's in the fairway. Second shot now at the par 4 12. Frank, you've been there. What are you looking to do?
Downhill par 4, so you don't really have to hit the ball overly high. This green's a little flatter than what you realize, so the ball's likely to kick forward. Just something in the heart of the green is going to leave you a birdie putt, irrespective of where the flag is. That might go unnoticed, Rich, but that birdie just sneak inside the top 15.
Ball is teed up at the par 4 13th. A good one, 476 yards. Beautiful looking shot right here. Good contact, good result. Frank, I think what sets golf apart from other sports is that the fan can get so close to the great athlete as the round is being played.
Yeah, well, that's why the sport itself, and we consider it more intimate for that reason. You know, most golf spectators play the game. Whereas other sports, you don't see NFL players sitting in the grandstand. You see spectators, but most golf fans are golfers.
And he's made the green. Good roll, solid. That's a par. Let's keep it going now at the 14th, 442-yard par 4.
Just smokes it.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Just a couple of feet. Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
This par 5 15th measures in at only 525 yards. There is a chance to get to the green in two without question, but there's also some trouble out there. Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. Second from an excellent lie. Wouldn't call it a great approach shot, but it still ends up in the fringe.
A little bit of magic from here. And it's hole's not over.
Boy, you could hear the noise from up here on our commentary box. Crowd goes wild after that eagle.
Just when you think struggling for a top 10, one hole, eagle, now in the top 5.
Moving on to number 16 now, 481-yard par 4.
Another one that's downhill with the fairway sloping from left to right. Series of bunkers down the left side. It's not the end of the world, actually, if you go on those ones down the left. Every now and again, you'll see someone try and hit a driver and try and take them all out of play. Is that you? That's a ginormous tee shot.
Trying to pull it all together here late in the round. The approach now to the 16th. Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
That's a good par given the situation.
Still tight, still close. Just 2 holes left here at East Lake. Frank, we have another par 4 set at 455 yards. Just a perfect drive here at 17. This has left him a good look at this hole. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Good looking shot right here. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. Just a little too much juice on that birdie putt, Frank.
It was bold. Very bold.
And he's putting for par now. Frank, a par here, that's just fine. Now to the final hole here at East Lake Golf Club. And Frank, there aren't too many golf courses that finish with a par 3.
And that's why it's always under a debate whether you should finish on a par 3, especially one of this length. 2s are very, very hard to find on this green. And the reason why there's so many slopes and hollows here, the 2 bunkers, remember the great up and down from Jim Furyk from the right bunker, that's more than possible. But this is it. This is what it comes down to. Somehow make a 3.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, you surprised to see that name on top of the leaderboard?
I am surprised to see the name, but not that style of golf leading. It was great performance, especially tee to green. You don't often see people start that quickly.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Peach Invitational. Frank, they say you have to ride the wind. Well, he's got all of that one.
Got every ounce out of the conditions.
Just a beautiful approach shot. Played par yesterday. This one for birdie. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Now at the second hole, first of a really tough set of par 3s, Frank.
This is where iron play comes straight away out of the gates, Rich. Good iron play is always rewarded on this par 3 downhill. It's a big enough green. Good iron players often will have a chance for birdie. A little sloppy off the tee here, and you'll rack up at least 4 in a heartbeat. Oh, this is right at it.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Good birdie right there, Frank.
Oh, time to get another cup of coffee. Things are heating up.
We talked about the good mix of holes to start here at East Lake. So coming off that par 3 second hole, now to the very short par 4 third, just 390 yards. But really, with all of the bunker, just need to settle down, relax on this next shot after going out of bounds.
The amount of times somebody splits the fairway after hitting one out of bounds is astronomical.
So playing the third shot right now after having gone OB. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there. This looks like it's going to find the target.
That is classy.
They have a chance of going in.
Trying to get out of here with just one dropped shot. This is for bogey. Ouch. Really can't afford to give away shots at this point in the tournament, Frank. Here now at the par 4 fourth hole at East Lake, and it is 440 yards in length.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
Looks like it's going to be in the rough. That one is just a little offline, and that will not end up in the fairway. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Now on the green, has about 10 feet left there to save par. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Doesn't dig into the lead with that par, but Frank, sometimes, and you know this as well as anyone, you just have to kind of maintain your footing out there. Back on the tee here at East Lake, it's the 5th hole. This is a muscular par 4, Frank, at better than 500 yards.
You just take 4 and walk to the next tee on any given day, Rich. Blind tee shots, really you have to hit a good one here. Otherwise, you're just sort of going to clock up at least a 5 straight away. Par 5 for the members, so it's a tough par 4 even for the pros.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
It's no snack, though.
I thought that was in.
It looked good. I mean, line, pace, it's hard to be critical of that. Even par currently.
Those keep the round going, those par putts. The sixth green here at Eastlake Golf Club, tracing back to the original Tom Bendelow design that opened back in 1908, built as the green for the par 5 16th. A Donald Ross rerouting 5 years later made it the target for a par 3 on the front nine.
Well, I'm reminded of what an old caddy used to say about the great Lanny Watkins when he was on fire. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
Can't birdie them all, Rich.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Now the par 4 7th, slight dogleg to the left, 434 yards. Frank, what's the best way to attack?
Long hitters actually might think about trying to fly it over that bunker on the left, Rich, and leave yourself a pitch in here. But really, it's a second shot hole, and the reason why is that second shot is uphill and to an elevated green. So one thing you want to do is make sure you're hitting that second shot out of the fairway. Oh, they've had some meat behind it.
A little uphill to this green, Frank. Good swing, good shot yet again. Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. Racking them and stacking them right now. 6 under par for the tournament. This par 4 is a dogleg left with bunkers and trees on that left side of the fairway, so that should deter players from cutting the corner. Although often thought of as a birdie hole, this 8th has a relatively small, firm green surrounded by a deep bunker in front, thick rough on all sides. Birdies might not be as plentiful as people think. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But if down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more. That's fine.
Strong winds have been a factor all day here, Frank. What's the key to scoring low in conditions like this?
Well, sometimes you've almost got to make the ball go to ground. You've just got to keep it out of those high breezes, play away from the trouble.
So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball. Should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see. How about that shot? From that lie to get it that close, tremendous effort. Bogey here yesterday. Chance to better that today. Just continuing to play some really good golf. 8 under par for the championship. Setting up to start the back nine here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front nine, Frank Hill will be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try.
Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good.
Really. This is an awkward length.
Well, Frank, he'll drop at least one shot here. That was not his best effort.
No, poor is the easiest way to put that. He knows it.
Bad news is, that's a bogey. The good news, still tied for the lead.
He's the only one disappointed. The rest of the field aren't. He made it a real cat fight.
Depending on the wind, the tee shot to this elevated green ranges from a 4 to 6 iron for most players. The green is 38 yards deep and the back portion is blind to players on the tee. A large oak tree protects the right side of the green and the front portion is pinched by a pair of deep greenside bunkers. Side hill putts often have 4 to 5 feet of break and putts from above the hole are surprisingly quick. Now this for birdie. Came away with a bogey on the previous round.
That was a good run at it, Rich.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. This hole is playing tough. Bogey here yesterday, now looking at bogey again. Time to regroup, Frank.
Yeah, a little slip. Not to recover. Bogeys aren't the worst.
Frank, one thing I really like about Eastlake Golf Club, the variety of holes. There's some good par threes, we've seen that, just a couple of par fives. But then you have this collection of really fascinating short par fours, including here at the 391-yard 12th.
It just goes to show in today's game you don't always have to reach for a 500-yard par four. The 12th, even though it's under 400 yards, is quite deceiving. There's a lone fairway bunker on the right that has to be avoided. And then judging the lie, if you're on a downhill lie, pitching into a green that's also below you, that front bunker might look a long way short of the green, but it's caught a few errant second shots.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Frank, that looked good to me. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Now at the par 4 13th, and this one is all you want. Good, challenging tee shot, and then you need to put the ball in the right spot on the green. It slopes from back to front. This one will require a player to be dialed in. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
Eastlake Golf Club was named the permanent home of the Tour Championship by Coca-Cola back in 2005. It is the final event of the PGA Tour playoffs for the FedEx Cup, with only the top 30 players on the points list qualifying each year.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Birdie try again here today. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Okay, no problem with that one. Back here at the par 4 14th, we're ready to tee off. Let's keep it going now at the 14th, 442-yard par 4. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Setting up for an approach shot here. Get down. Lay down. Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday.
Now, that birdie has to feel even better, Rich, with everything so tight at the top.
Right in the middle of a Donnybrook at this point. Well, Frank, a great scoring opportunity here at the par 5 15th.
You'd think just blaze away with the driver, but those two bunkers down the right side are a perfect distance off the tee to make you respect those. And that one down the left, well, if you pull it a little bit, that can come into play. And that second shot, oh, it's virtually straight up the hill. Second shot.
Big swing right there, and a great result, and now a chance for a big swing in momentum with an eagle coming up. Frank, how about that eagle at this point in the tournament? Frank, this is really a picturesque hole. As you look out, you can see the Atlanta skyline, and you can also...
He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there.
Rich, that is annihilation of a golf ball.
Absolutely love it. I mean, he just tore that thing to pieces. That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. Trying to pull it all together here late in the round. The approach now to the 16th. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
Oh, that incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
You get the sense now with that birdie that our young star, so explosive, is setting himself up for a big weekend run. Now the 17th hole here at East Lake, 455 yards, made famous a few years back by Bill Haas, who splashed one out of the water left of the green on his way to winning the FedEx Cup Championship. That ball's run out certainly over 300 yards, Frank. Call it about 310. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Just a couple of feet. Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament. Now to the final hole here at East Lake Golf Club. And Frank, there aren't too many golf courses that finish with a par 3.
And that's why it's always under a debate whether you should finish on a par 3, especially one of this length. Twos are very, very hard to find on this green. And the reason why there's so many slopes and hollows here, the two bunkers, remember the great up and down from Jim Furyk from the right bunker, that's more than possible. But this is it. This is what it comes down to. Somehow make it 3.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. So all the scores have been posted for round number 2. And look who is on top of the leaderboard, Frank.
Yeah, with 2 very solid rounds of golf. Key right now, just stay out of your own way and keep it up. The pressure will start to build. We know that as you get closer to the end of this tournament.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Peach Invitational. Located in Atlanta, Georgia, the Eastlake Golf Club is the home course to legendary golfer Bobby Jones. It's the oldest course in the city of Atlanta. This is Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, and we'll be calling all the action out on the course today. Frank, what is the layout like here at Eastlake?
Tremendous old-style layout, Rich, sort of very much up and down. And remember, this area was stricken by poverty years ago. Now it's one of the most pristine golf courses in the world. It's a traditional golf course, Rich, straight-up design, everything's in front of you, and normally it's a par 72 for the members, but by reducing 5 and 10, they become like whopping par 4s for even the best in the game. Par 3s too. Excellent test here at Eastlake.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie.
A great start.
Already teed up here at the second.
A little bit downhill, Rich. Once again, check for that flag. The front flags are always difficult because chances are you're going to have a downhill putt. When that flag's on the left side of the green, though, beware of that bunker. That's a devilish bunker shot coming downhill away from the flag.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline. Well, we'll never know if that had gone in because it never made it.
Locked in on the read and the speed. That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par and you keep things steady. We talked about the good mix of holes to start here at Eastlake. So coming off that par 3 second hole, now to the very short par 4 third, just 390 yards. But really, with all of the bunkers and the trees and this green, it's a tricky proposition. Wow, he moved that a long ways right in the fairway. Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, what's the key here at the 440-yard par 4 fourth?
The hole looks like it's a little dogleg left to right, Rich, but really you have to hit your tee shot down that right side. Just keep it inside the bunker line. That gives you a better angle into this green. It tilts back towards you. It might look like a circle, but it doesn't play like a circle.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. On the green, and a chance for birdie. Little redemption chance here, had bogey yesterday. He's going to beat himself up on the way to the next tee. You don't miss those putts. So just a formality here. Continuing to putt with confidence. Back on the tee here at Eastlake, fifth hole, 520-yard par 4. Back on the tee here at East Lake, it's the 5th hole. This is a muscular par 4, Frank, at better than 500 yards.
You just take 4 and walk to the next tee on any given day, Rich. Blind tee shots, really you have to hit a good one here. Otherwise, you're just sort of going to clock up at least a 5 straight away. Par 5 for the members, so it's a tough par 4 even for the pros.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Ready to tee off here at the 6th. Tricky 209-yard shot. And Frank, of all the shots that we see in a season on television, this is really one of the most intimidating.
It is, even for these players playing in the Tour Championship. You realize if you don't make a decent turn and just leave the club face open a little bit or a little late on the hit, then that's it. That ball's gone. So this one will wake you up very quickly.
Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, you couldn't hit that much better.
Settles in over the putt. He'll take par and move on. Now the par 4 7th, slight dogleg to the left, 434 yards. Frank, what's the best way to attack?
Long hitters actually might think about trying to fly it over that bunker on the left, Rich, and leave yourself a pitch in here. But really, it's a second shot hole. And the reason why is that second shot is uphill and to an elevated green. So one thing you want to do is make sure you're hitting that second shot out of the fairway.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie.
It's that sneaky distance.
Wow, what a putt. That is huge. Frank, back-to-back dog legs to the left as we step on the tee here at the 8th.
This one, a little different to the 7th hole. This one's fairly flat. And also that fairway runs out on the right side. You can try and flash it across all the bunkers. There's no real advantage. You have to respect those bunkers. Should just leave you a sand iron, a wedge maximum in here. This is a good scoring opportunity, providing you hit the fairway.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. This is a good-looking shot. Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. And he's putting for par now. Good putt. Rounding out the front side, and Frank, here we are at last at a par 5.
And he's gone for a little extra.
Well, this one has a chance to be really good. Good contact, good result. Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway.
That's an absolute beauty.
Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Frank, these days golfers are training like high-level athletes from other sports. Rory McIlroy, for example, has been using a guy by the name of Steve McGregor who happened to be the trainer for the New York Knicks of the NBA.
And part of his training now is high altitude. The majority of the medal holders, for example, in the Olympics, or medal winners in the Olympics, actually use high altitude training. You know, you can develop more red blood cells in a shorter period of time. But, you know, golf, we've had so many different types of training from the athlete side. But you go back to the old days of Henry Cotton beating an old tire. Vijay Singh picked up on that. Or even the rhythm of Sam Snead. He used to count in rhythm. It was 1, 2, 3. It was 1 at the top of the swing, 2 at impact, and 3 at the follow through. All those things are still very valid today.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today?
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Moving on to the 11th here, 197 yards. Depending on the wind, the tee shot to this elevated green ranges from a 4 to 6 iron for most players. The green is 38 yards deep and the back portion is blind to players on the tee. A large oak tree protects the right side of the green, and the front portion is pinched by a pair of deep greenside bunkers. Side hill putts often have 4 to 5 feet of break, and putts from above the hole are surprisingly quick. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. Has his par. 12th hole doesn't look very long on the card, just 391 yards, a par 4, but it requires some accuracy off the tee, and there is that bunker on the right, and the bunker short of the green, so a player will have to be precise. And if you can get it in the right spot off the tee, then you have a chance to go at this flag. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, getting him another good look. Birdie putt coming up. Had a bogey on this hole yesterday.
Well, that was a tricky one, but it's in.
Now teeing off here at the 13th. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Good try. Just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Locked in on the read and the speed. That's the idea. Just knock it in. Backing up that long 13th hole, we now arrive at the 14th, and this too is a challenging par 4, Frank.
Tough fairway to hit because of the pitch from the left side of the fairway to the right side of the fairway. No fairway bunkers to worry about, but if you watch the Tour Championship over the years, you'll find the majority of the field live in that right rough. It's the most difficult part of playing this downhill par 4.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot. Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read, and missed out on that second part. Well, you could see he's just disgusted with that effort. Clean this up with a tap. Did the job right there. This picturesque hole providing a commanding view of the Atlanta skyline and East Lake Golf Club. The fairway narrows to 25 yards in width, 278 yards from the tee, making driving accuracy a premium on this long par 4. From here, a mid to long iron is needed to reach the green. Two large bunkers await errant approaches into a large receptive green that slopes yet again from back to front. Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. Frank, downhill shot here. Will he have to take it just a little bit easier?
Yeah, be careful with the ball position as well. If you play the ball too far forward and try and scoop it, it's not going to work.
That is classy.
Yeah, a chance of going in.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Just 2 holes left here at East Lake. Frank, we have another par 4 set at 455 yards. Just a perfect drive here at 17. This has left him a good look at this hole. So much riding right now on this shot. You can just feel the tension. Approach shot now to the 17th. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Drops for a birdie. On to the finishing hole here at East Lake Golf Club. Not many courses end with a par 3. It's always a fun finishing hole. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity.
It's that sneaky distance. Great sense of speed in that. We know you can make those, but that one right in the middle.
There you have it. Round 3 is finished, and it was a good one, Frank.
Yeah, after 3 rounds in, you really could start to see who could take home the trophy when it's all said and done. Great play, though, up until this point. Round 4 should be an absolute thriller.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Peach Invitational. Are you kidding me? Come on, you can't hit a ball that hard.
That is crushing it beyond all crushing.
Wow, Frank, that was an absolute bomb right there.
Yeah, what's longer than long? Because we just saw it.
Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is gone.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Virtually no error in that putting stroke. Good putt.
Here at the par 3 second hole, bunker left, bunker just short of the green. That water is not in play for most of these professionals. The green is 34 yards deep. The key here probably is to keep it below the hole. It can get tricky if you're above it. Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
Just trying to make clean contact from the rough.
Safely on the dance floor.
Just 5 feet left. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts.
Even par currently.
Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. You can see the look of disgust, and it's justifiable. It's a double bogey. Out of the short par 4 third here at East Lake Golf Club. Well, this one has a chance to be really good. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from that.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Made a good run at birdie. He'll have to focus now. Try to walk away with the par. Putt for par. He needs one. Well, considering the lead that he has on the rest of the field, a par is all you need. Here now at the par 4 fourth at East Lake at 440 yards in length. And Frank, I was about to say, well, it stretches out now, gets a little bit longer after some short par 4s to open. Then 440 yards, that's another drive and a wedge for today's players.
It certainly is. The two bunkers down the right make you sort of send your tee shot towards that left side of the fairway, but you'd actually rather be in a fairway bunker than that left rough. And one of the reasons why is this green pitches not only back to front, but also from left to right. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Beautiful approach shot there, and a good chance to take advantage. Locked in on the read and the speed.
That looked like it nearly got below the lip, you know, the level of the lip there.
Can't believe that one, Frank. That was a complete horseshoe right there.
Well read.
Back on the tee here at East Lake, 5th hole, 520-yard par 4.
Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Second from an excellent lie.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward. Rich, I thought he could get this close.
That just is amazing. Just a mind blower right there. Absolutely incredible. He made the shot. Frank, it's pretty simple here at the 6th hole. 209 yards over water. You need one good strike of the golf ball.
It sounds easy, doesn't it?
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Just a bit offline.
Yeah, the hard work's coming up now, though. It's a long way away.
Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie. Need to be strong with this. Now that is a shot that will be replayed over and over. Par 3-6 here at East Lake, always a fan favorite and one of the most challenging holes on the course. Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Getting set now over the putt. No doubt about that one. That was struck with confidence. Hole number 8, now another dogleg left. Set up here, 405 yards, par 4. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Chance to get it close here.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. And this would be nice. 2 straight birdies. Oh, do that. Look at this, Frank. 600-yard par 5 here at the 9th.
It's tasty. You'd think you'd just comfortably smash a drive over there and reach it in 2. Sometimes it works out that way, but they just put a little lake that comes across, and that cuts in the fairway. So if you have hit an errant tee shot, you might have to make a decision.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark. Second shot.
Ready for his 3rd shot. Needs to hit this close. What a tremendous display of golf this has been.
Certainly throwing an eagle against the field, too. We've seen it all. Birdies, eagles, just blitzing the field from start to finish.
Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie.
This is an awkward length.
Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
11th hole here at East Lake is just 197 yards. Frank, where's the trouble at this par 3?
More at the front, Rich. You can see why high, soft landing shots are well rewarded at 11. Very tight in front of the screen and then starts to widen up. This is another one that's about distance control, iron play. The par 3s here at East Lake are wonderful.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. And getting ready for the putt. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Just a tap in to finish the hole.
Now, in this situation, Rich, a bogey's not all that bad. Still has the lead.
Now to the par 4 12th. It's only 391 yards, so Frank, where could a player run into some trouble here?
It's actually he goes after it like he is here.
Gave that the full treatment. Get up. Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Birdie try up next. Birdie putt coming up. At a par on this hole yesterday. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
For the par. Those keep the round going. Those par putts. Now down on the tee here at the 13th. This one stretched out just a little bit more. 476 yards and a par 4.
And now you're playing straight up the hill away from East Lake, so you can tack another 30 or 40 yards onto this hole. 2 bunkers down the left. There's only a player or 2 in the field that could actually fly that second one. So it will play as a dogleg left. And also that second shot, you're going to have to add at least another club or 2 for that uphill going into this green.
Good-looking shot right here. Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today. Really solid stroke.
Back here at the par 4 14th, we're ready to tee off.
Rich, that is annihilation of a golf ball.
Absolutely love it. I mean, he just tore that thing to pieces. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Not a problem from there, right in the middle. Now we're at the par 5 15th, and it's only 525 yards, so obviously a great chance to make a birdie, maybe even an eagle. But if you stray off the tee, you could walk away with 6.
Oh, I liked that.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark.
Set for his next shot from a good position in the fairway. Third shot, looking for a good one. And it makes the green in regulation. Trying to make yet another birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Moving on to number 16 now, 481-yard par 4.
Another one that's downhill with the fairway sloping from left to right. Series of bunkers down the left side. It's not the end of the world, actually, if you go on those ones down the left. Every now and again, you'll see someone try and hit a driver and try and take them all out of play. Is that you?
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Now from 160. And so the approach shot finishes up some 25 feet from the hole.
Yeah, not his best, but certainly not his worst.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Might be. Could be. Oh, yeah, he's going to love that one, Frank. Sensational effort.
No, just eat that up.
Over the last decade, the 17th at 455 yards with that water looming left has proven to be one of the most dramatic holes in golf.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Oh, can't hide the flag stick from that man. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Frank, we have said it over and over. Another birdie. The 18th hole here at East Lake is a par 3, 235 yards to the green. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Well, that one didn't work out. It didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop. Second shot.
Pretty good shot right there. Trying to stay steady, make a par. So a tough way to close the round, missing a short putt and a bogey here at 18. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Just a little tap in here. Ouch, that hurts. Double bogey. Just a tremendous week of golf, and that, my friend, is a winner right there.
Yeah, and he should be proud of himself, too. It took golf of the highest quality to beat this high-quality field, and that is something that you will remember for a long, long time.